Hey, speaking of pigskin, Donald Trump, in his ongoing effort to distract us from the fact that he doesn't want Melania to see the Epstein files, went after Rosie O'Donnell again. He's been threatening to revoke Rosie O'Donnell's American citizenship, which, like peeing standing up, he cannot do.
He's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country.
Jimmy Kimmel teaming up with Robert De Niro to roast Donald Trump feels like a comedian and a legendary actor walking into a circus, spotting the clown, and dismantling the tent. Their laughter isn't casual, it's calculated. Every line slices through the inflated ego that props up Trump's image. Kimmel brings the playful sting. De Niro delivers the heavy blow. Together, they craft a masterclass in ridicule, exposing a man who confuses noise for leadership and theatrics for power.
Speaking of security, President Trump spoiled the U.S. Open yesterday. Hundreds of fans missed the start of the final because Fartina Navratilova decided to come to the match to wave at people. It caused long lines at the security checkpoint. He was roundly booed by the crowd. You know how much of a jerk you have to be to get booed by a tennis crowd?
Look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron. But he's a scary one. And in all seriousness, and we know it here, people have to get out and vote and vote and vote and vote.
If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Kimmel wastes no time targeting Trump's addiction to validation, every move more about applause than policy. It's as if he treats the White House like his personal green room, waiting for the cue to bask in imagined cheers. He can't pass a mirror without applauding himself, and Kimmel makes that vanity the punchline every time. Nothing lands harder than mocking a man desperate for admiration who keeps getting memes instead.
I'd like to remind you, this is a post from the President of the United States. He wrote, as previously mentioned, we are giving serious thought to taking away Rosie's citizenship. She is not a great American and is, in my opinion, incapable of being so. Here's the thing, whenever he's spitting out, he goes back to Rosie. That's his safe space. He zeroes out. Calling her fat is what makes him comfortable. Meanwhile, she's about half his weight now.
Then comes De Niro, no setup, no sugarcoating. His delivery isn't comedy. It's controlled demolition. He's seen men like Trump before, loud, hollow, and terrified of silence. De Niro carves through the act like a master chef slicing a cheap cut of meat. To him, Trump isn't just embarrassing, he's exhausting. The political equivalent of a bad sequel that refuses to end. Every blunder feels like improv gone wrong, performed by someone who forgot the lines but demands the spotlight anyway.
I'm angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote.
Together, they expose the absurdity of Trump's entire performance. From his self-congratulatory rallies where truth is optional, to his rambling press conferences that sound like open mic night for conspiracy theories, nothing escapes their reach. Kimmel compares his speeches to a relative who won't stop talking at Thanksgiving, while De Niro sees a method actor trapped in a role he was never qualified to play. The joke writes itself, and Trump keeps delivering new material.
This photo he posted looks really more like him than her. Rosie O'Donnell. How can someone so old be so childish? It's Benjamin can't button his pants. You know, we talk about how much time Trump wastes playing golf. He seems to be spending a lot more time posting dumb AI videos lately. Our governor, Gavin Newsom, has been roasting him online, and so now Trump is doubling up.
The comedy cuts deep because it's rooted in truth. When De Niro mocks Trump's endless need to declare himself the best, it's not exaggeration, it's diagnosis. His jokes mirror the insecurity of a man terrified of being remembered as second-rate. De Niro reminds everyone that real power doesn't brag. It simply acts. Trump, meanwhile, is like a magician claiming to have pulled a rabbit from a hat, except the hat's empty and the rabbit escaped long ago.
America's Philistine president has had himself appointed head of one of our premier cultural institutions. He has cut funding and support to the arts, humanities, and education. And now he has announced a 100% tariff on films produced outside the U.S. Let that sink in for a minute. You can't put a price on creativity, but apparently you can put a tariff on it. Of course, this is unacceptable. All these attacks are unacceptable. And this isn't just an American problem. It's a global one. Unlike a film, we can't just sit back and watch. We have to act.
Kimmel and De Niro's roast lands hardest because of contrast. Kimmel's sly irony meets De Niro's surgical disdain. They trap Trump in the role he fears most, a permanent punchline. Kimmel mocks his obsession with ratings, comparing him to a washed-up star clinging to a canceled show. De Niro dismantles the myth of business brilliance, exposing bankruptcies, lawsuits, and bluster packaged as success. Together, they reveal a salesman whose sole delusion as empire.
I am totally dumbfounded, baffled by that. I can't understand it. And it's a thing that we've seen over decades and decades. And he's a what's it, Tammy Faye and the other one?
Yes.
It's the same thing, give us your money, we're going to save you. Yeah, televangelist. It's just the same thing. And it's so obvious. I just don't understand. People could buy it. I just don't know. It's all an act in a certain way. It's all out of insecurity. He's deeply, deeply insecure. He is a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath.
They go further, tearing into the culture Trump built: fear, flattery, and chaos. Kimmel mocks his demand for loyalty like a magician begging for applause, while De Niro calls it what it is: weakness disguised as control. Every crisis becomes a stage, every failure a performance. On foreign policy, Kimmel skewers the playground diplomacy, and De Niro reminds the audience that the world watched America's credibility unravel in real time.
Hockey fans will boo a baby wearing the wrong jersey. Tennis fans, if they're booing, you deserve it. Trump sat in the Rolex booth. Anything with a crown is like catnip to him. He can't resist. And once again, all eyes were on his hands. Trump's right hand is again plastered with some kind of putty. Between his face, his neck, and his hand, his skin has more colors than a Sherwin-Williams store right now. Let's look at that hand because it's...
Kimmel and De Niro peel back the facade. Kimmel highlights Trump's constant flip-flopping, while De Niro calls the presidency what it was: a reality show obsessed with image over substance. Even his family became part of the act, a political soap opera broadcast as government. Together, they expose a man desperate for respect yet trapped by insecurity, performing strength while revealing fragility.
It's so frightening and scary, and he's dangerous. We got to get rid of him.
Do you ever...
And shame on those Republicans that don't have the nerve, the balls to go after him. What do they tell their kids? What do they tell their grandkids later when it's written in history books what their role is and what they did, and they allowed him to do this? He's an outright criminal.
Beneath the laughter, their message hits hard. Power doesn't protect you from ridicule. Trump's absurdity fuels their craft, turning his pursuit of greatness into a live lesson in self-parody. Kimmel makes him late night's eternal muse. De Niro delivers the eulogy for his credibility. Together, they prove Trump's legacy isn't written in achievements. It's engraved in punchlines.
one tenacious photographer got a photo where he appears to be chewing on either a mint or possibly maybe a certain little blue pill. I don't know which. All I know is after he swallowed it, Melania changed seats, so. On Saturday, Francis Ford Coppola posted this AI-generated image of himself to celebrate his invasion of Chicago. Someone made this and called it Chipocalypse Now with the caption, "I love the smell of deportations in the morning." This is normal, right? Both sides do this? So you remember when Obama declared war?
They expose every contradiction. A man who preaches strength yet crumbles at mockery. Kimmel turns bravado into arrogance. De Niro shows the fear behind the bluster. The result? Presidency built on image, not impact. Together, they reveal a performer who mistook applause for authority, and an audience that finally stopped clapping.
I hate bullies, thugs who use their strength to push other people around. They think they can achieve power and hang on to it by intimidating others. Sadly, sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. And now we have Trump. He's all that, about intimidation, retribution. He's going to prosecute. He's going to send you to jail for having an abortion. He's going to take your Medicare and Social Security away. He's going to deport you. He's going to send the military after you if you defy him. You know who this shit works on? The MAGA politicians who are afraid of losing their power. They're so afraid of him, he's got them kissing his ass. And now they're trying to intimidate us. We will not allow that, not even for a minute.
De Niro and Kimmel strip away the myth of strength. What's left is pure theater, a man acting presidential instead of being it. His self-mythologizing collapses under their scrutiny, exposing desperation where confidence should be. They frame his tenure as a cautionary comedy, a reality show that wandered into the halls of power and never found its script.
For a guy who dodged the draft, he sure does love fake pictures of himself in battle gear. He's a real AI Joe when it comes to the internet. And by the way, if Trump was actually a character from the movie Apocalypse Now, it wouldn't be Robert Duvall. It would be late life Marlon Brando. Trump is now, after Chicago, he has declared Chicago to be the world's most dangerous city. That, of course, is based on statistics gathered by the worm inside RFK Jr.
Kimmel highlights Trump's obsession with rewriting reality, as if saying it enough times could make it true. De Niro amplifies the absurdity, portraying a man who'd argue with science, redefine facts, and call it leadership. In Trump's world, truth bends to ego. Kimmel's sarcasm lands sharp, mocking how misinformation became his only policy and charm replaced diplomacy. Together, they prove the final joke. When lies run out, laughter takes over.